Welcome to this episode. This is Inner Peace Alchemy, and this is a show where you learn how to use the power of Kundalini to achieve inner peace and self mastery. This episode will talk about why becoming high vibrational. You've probably heard already people say, oh, yeah, you have to be high vibe, positive vibes, and sometimes we don't really see why this is a good idea, because this has a connotation of being high fly and being in the sky and being off ground, so not grounded and not in reality. But why is this such a problem in the first place? Well, people consider being high vibrational as something that might be unreachable, or it would be reachable but by the use of external substances such as drugs. And that's not what we're aiming for. So, first of all, let me introduce you to me. I am Helena. I am a certified Kundalini yoga teacher, and I am also a sound and energy healer and life coach. So, being high vibrational doesn't necessarily mean that you are flying in the sky and that you are unable to be present in the world. Being high vibrational is really just a state of being that means that you are lighter. You don't carry as much weight, and this helps the being to be able to feel happier, feel more abundant, feel, attract more opportunities in life. So let me first explain you, what is it even, a vibration? What is a high vibration? What is a low vibration? High and low doesn't mean necessarily good and bad. High and low is really the frequency of the wavelength from a vibration. It's really quantum physics, it's physics. So, as you have a vibration, some vibrations radiate at a very slow pace, very slowly, and big waves, and this carries an undertone of density, of more material things, such as earth is a density, but also certain metals, certain frequencies, and eventually emotions are also energy, are also frequency. And some emotions do have a frequency that is much lower than our baseline. As I told you in the previous episode, our baseline is actually love. That is our natural emotion. It's not really an emotion, it's just who we are in essence. So, love is at a certain frequency that corresponds to the heart center. So, the heart radiates when it's in a steady rhythm, when it's not too fast. It is our baseline where we feel relaxed, where we feel in flow, where everything is feeling nice and pleasant and easy. And that doesn't mean that it is unproductive. In contrary, the more you connect with the heart feeling, the more you are actually able to manifest that which is in correspondence to your heart, to your natural state of being. So being low vibrational actually means that you are not corresponding to that frequency, and you're letting an emotion become heavy on the being, heavy on the body, heavy on the heart. And because the vibration is very slow and big, it takes much more time to be able to get from point A to B. See it as, we want to go from A to B. And at the frequency of the heart, at the natural frequency, it's flowing in a nice spiral. And it's all in perfect alignment with the universe. It doesn't go too fast, doesn't go too slow. It's basically the rhythm of nature. If you go to nature and you see how everything goes, it is slow, but it is steady. But what happens if you have a low vibration? It takes much longer to get from A to B because the spiral just has to extend to be able to carry that heaviness and to still bring it into balance. We have a natural tendency to be in balance, to be in harmony. But the more heaviness, the more weight of negative emotions that you carry, the more effort that your being has to make for you to still be able to continue in harmony with your environment. So the more you resist the harmony, of course, the slower you'll get to your destination. So why do we want to be high vibrational? It is because we want to be in alignment with our soul's purpose. When we are high vibrational, we are actually integrating more light. More light means more consciousness. We can see better. We can identify better what is in alignment with our true soul's purpose. And we can see the obstacles way better from a broader perspective. So by integrating more of this light, your body becomes lighter. Yes. And this doesn't mean that you are about to fly off and not be here in this reality. It just means that you are not as affected by dense matter than if you would be low vibrational. And this means that you are much more free. You can feel lighter, you can integrate much faster, you can digest certain events much easier because you simply do not attach to them. The more you attach to the density, to the matter, the lower vibrational you actually become. And so that's actually also something that I want to address is we live in a society that, of course not all of it, but like a big part of it is aiming for us to attach to density, to matter. We are being brainwashed almost to, be very materialistic, to always purchase new stuff, to really attach to things that we are made to believe to need. But in essence, we don't need anything. We just need to be in our true state of being, which is love, and then everything comes to us because of the law of attraction. Because electromagnetically, you will just attract it. So the more you are focusing on this density, this matter, the heavier you become. The heavier you become, the slower you'll get from A to B. And also something with this is low vibration is actually formed when you are trying to be super positive. Probably you've heard about toxic positivity. If you haven't, being overly positive and like always only focusing on the positive. And actually you do feel that there is something that you are hiding from, that you're running away from. Well, this something is a density, a part of you that you actually do not accept. And yes, love is positive, but love is also real and authentic and truthful. So whenever you feel something and you bypass it by compensating that feeling with a new positive thought, you are actually suppressing that original authentic feeling. And this authentic feeling, by being suppressed, is really literal. You suppress it so it becomes denser, it becomes more physical, more material. And this density, you carry this with you, even though you are focusing on the positive idea that you just made up. This density is there in your baseline, and it will stay there unless you look at it and be authentic about it and bring it awareness, bring it light, make it lighter, lift it up. But this can only be done if you are truthful to yourself, if you connect to your heart space. So some people are very positive, but they're not truly connected to their heart space. They are more in their head space, in the positive mind. We have the neutral, the positive, and the negative mind. When a neutral mind, you're connected with your heart frequency, with love, with the truth, with consciousness. When you're in the positive mind, you're connected to the mind that creates, that develops, that expands and grows, but can also dream and create illusions if we are there too much. Then the negative mind is there to protect us, to stay in the place where it's safe, but when too much, it can keep you from going forward and actually hold you back and stay stagnant. So it's very, very, very important to realize in which mind you are most active. And what I want to share with you today are some practices that have helped me, that could help you to stay in this neutral space, and from this neutral space bringing awareness to your being, but also bringing your being to higher levels of consciousness and therefore becoming higher vibrational, so that you can integrate more light, more awareness, more truth, and become lighter, so that you can eventually connect truly to your intuition, which is the voice of your soul, which is your guidance system. The more you can feel and connect with your intuition, the more you can see where to go by the light of your soul illuminating your path. Okay, so that's why I want to become high vibrational, so that you can truly start living your soul's purpose and going from point A to B much quicker and easier and much more grace. And you don't have to carry all this weight. You don't have to. It's your choice if you want to, but you don't have to. So these are some practices that can help you to ditch the density and look it in the eyes and have compassion for it, but then also focus on that which makes you feel in alignment with your heart space, with your higher mind, with your neutral mind. Okay, so these are 10 practices to become high vibrational naturally. Number 1, of course, is to clean your energy. You can do this in various ways. There's a physical way you can do this by just taking a shower. Water helps to get rid of density from lower vibrations that are dust, really matter. But also if you've gone to places where you feel like there's something stagnant here, there's something not so pleasant, by being in the space, you can just wash it off with water and just really imagine that you're washing it off. Then there is also smudging. You can use certain herbs such as sage to burn, or incense, or even like a combination of essential oils and water as a spray. And these smells, these herbs, they all have qualities. And according to the quality, this can also cleanse the energy in the space. And then of course, clean diets, clean water to drink. It's very, very important to only take in what you truly want to be. So if you are having food, make sure that this food is of good quality, that the water you drink is of good quality. If you know that it isn't, you can just project some prayers on them, blessings on them. I will make another episode about how to really alchemize and transform negative energy with the power of our breath and our energy consciousness. But yes, just prayer is also very good, so that you bring awareness to the food or to the water, and awareness is light, so therefore it makes it lighter and easier to digest. Okay, great. So the second thing is to meditate on zero. When you meditate on zero, you actually are focusing on the nothingness. Instead of being very occupied with your environment, you just close your eyes. You can do that with me now. Close your eyes and start to feel your center. Connect with your belly, the navel point, connect with your heart. Become present. And now every thought that arises, every sensation of discomfort, anything that's trying to take you out of the center, bring it in the center and neutralize it with zero. Mentally say to yourself, become zero, become nothing. Everything is zero, all is zero. There is nothing in me. The more you do this, the more empty you become. And once you become empty, you are able to explore in the nothingness, in the mysteries where you do not know anything. You can start to explore there with your consciousness, and you can find very beautiful treasures in your own consciousness. And those treasures are actually some fragments of your soul that are finally able to shine through, because the mind is now zero, it is neutral, you're in neutral mind, so therefore you connect with your higher mind. And this is with the pineal gland actually, that produces DMT, melatonin, and this helps us to truly connect to a realm where our infinite being is who we are. You can get visions, you can get ideas that can make you really prosper in this lifetime. So it is so important to listen to this stillness, because in the stillness is the gold. Okay. So third thing that can help you to become more high vibrational is breath work. Breath work is so important because the more oxygen that we take in, well, also the more lighter we become, the more air we become, and therefore there's more space in our being for, for things to move, so that you can easily move around obstacles. And with breath work, you also really burn some blockages that are just stuck in your energy system. So breath work is very useful if you feel that there's in your energy system a lot of cramps, a lot of heaviness. Take deep breaths, but there are certain techniques that can really help you on specific levels from breath work, that just work like wonders. Sometimes one good breathwork session is equal to, having a week retreat in a very nice, beautiful place. It's just, you go so fast in the transformation process with conscious breathing. I definitely recommend to do that. And of course, doing yoga. I do Kundalini yoga. It's a very great way to move the energy in your body, so that you can just experience new ways of being. You can integrate new energy back into your system, so you can also attract the new life that you desire to have, because, like I said, the more you attach to density, to the matter, to what is, the heavier you become, the lower vibrational you become. You want to be high vibrational to attract more of that which is in alignment with your soul's purpose, so that you do not have to, take such a long time to finally do that which makes you fulfilled. Okay, so breathwork and yoga, beautiful combo. Then, of course, mantra music. Mantra is it's like a code that has been channeled by yogis thousands of years ago. Like it's such an old practice to chant mantras, and they are channeled in states of higher consciousness where those yogis were really meditating all day, all night, for lifetimes, and they were channeling these sacred words, and these sacred words are actually corresponding to that level of consciousness that they were in at the time they received it. So when you chant those mantras that are corresponding to that level of consciousness, you tap into that same level of consciousness just by chanting the mantra. It's amazing. It's like a key to a door that you would never open in this lifetime, because you're just so separated from it. It's just so heavy. It's like you have to build it up for many years to be able to open that door, but mantras are the keys to unlock that door instantly. So the more you chant those mantras, the more you'll integrate that state of consciousness, the more high vibe you'll become. And if you're not a fan of chanting, you can just put it on in the background, like background music. I also do this a lot. You place on Spotify playlist, mantra music, super easy, or whatever platform that you use, YouTube or whatever, and you can just listen to it, and you don't really have to focus on it, but just because it's on the background, your subconscious mind will also take that in. It's very important to know what your subconscious mind is absorbing. It's like a sponge, so make sure that it's absorbing things that are healthy for your mind, for your brain, and for your whole being. By that note, I really also want to add that stay away from music that is always about sad things and just things that you actually do not want to feel and do not want to experience in life. They do enter in your subconsciousness. If you're aware of the lyrics or not, it enters, and therefore it will create also your vision of reality. So I suggest mantra music. It is such a great way to stay in that vibe, even when you are not doing your practices or anything, doing your work. It helps you to connect to your higher mind, and therefore you can work even better because you just channel a lot of great ideas and inspiration directly from your soul. Okay, amazing. Then number 5 is to connect with crystals. So I have some crystals here. I really love them, and they are very special. Like every crystal has their own frequencies, their own vibe, and the color even corresponds to certain vibrations. As you know, color is also a frequency. If you have the spectrum of light, there is white light, there's all the colors, but there's also infrared, ultraviolet. So the colors that the crystals have also corresponds to that light and to that frequency, and those frequencies are also corresponding to our bodies. So certain frequencies help us to activate certain parts of our bodies. So they can be very useful if you have certain illnesses, or if you just feel like, for instance, this one is for motivation. If you feel like you lack motivation, this frequency can help you to tap into your higher mind and to your speech, so that you can feel empowered in your words, and your words will manifest more quicker. Therefore, you'll gain the motivation that that which you do is actually of importance. Um, yeah, and you have to kind of experiment which crystals that you like. There are many people, you know, that have lots of knowledge about crystals, but you can just feel intuitively which crystal suits you best. But you can also do the research, of course, and they bring just you in a state of vibration that is corresponding to how you would be if you would be fully embodying your higher self, um, without all the densities of this world bringing you down. So yeah, they just help you to reconnect, actually. They're very nice to meditate with. I even sleep with them. It's like you're charging while you're sleeping. It's amazing. And so then, after crystals, of course, is a mindset. It is obvious that if you focus on positive thoughts, your reality will become more positive. If you focus on negative thoughts, you'll get stuck in the past and you'll attract more densities. As I said before, of course, you have to recognize why you are having these negative thoughts and that they are there, but don't stick to them. Just let them be, become neutral, and focus on that which you want to attract in your life. Focus on the things that you're grateful for, that are already present, so that you can really feel this gratitude, and gratitude attracts that which you will feel grateful for. And then you'll already recognize all the abundance that you have in your life, and the abundance is in the universe infinite, and you as a soul in essence are also infinite. So therefore you connect with your true self, your infinite self, with your intuition, your purpose, your higher being. Okay, great. So oh yeah, and also I just want to add that if you focus on lack, on that which you do not have, you'll just become sad, because you're always trying to dig for something that you do not have. So you're going into the depths of not having, which means that you do not just don't feel satisfied. You'll always have to search for something external to fill that gap that you are unable to fulfill. So focus on the present, on the gratitude, on what you have, and on that which you truly want to see happening in your life. Okay, great. So then we also have number 7 is, again, bringing gratitude in your daily routine. Like, just daily, place your hands on your heart, connect to the now space, and list all the things that you did that day that made you feel accomplished, that made you feel like, yeah, I went forward today, I grew today. If you feel this gratitude, you can really connect with your heart space. The more you connect with your heart space, the more you'll be able to go in, live life in more harmony with your environment. And gratitude helps us to release the pain, to release the doubts, the fears. If you feel gratitude for just being in life, even, that's enough. It doesn't have to be a whole list of 1,000 things, but just connect with the sensation daily as much as you can. Truly, this is wondrous how good this works. Gratitude. Okay. So then we have number 8, which is really to mind your own business and to not compare yourself. If you compare yourself with others, you create a sense of separation and duality. And if you think that person is separate from you, you're not embodying the wholeness of all of existence into your being. And you're basically telling the universe that you're lacking something. You're focusing on what you don't have. So therefore, again, you'll enter into this negative spiral, and it's taking you down. It's carrying the heaviness. So do not compare as much. Just compare with yourself and see how much you've grown. Focus on the growth of your own being. And mind your own business. Yeah, just grow your own business, grow your own life, and make it the best of it. And from that place of being, you can be of service to others. We're not here just for ourselves. See, we're here for all of it. So the more you can be of service for others, the more you'll be able to feel this connection to others and connection to all that is, and therefore it'll increase your awareness and increase the power of your soul to live here, to feel that it can be here. If you are of service, that's the greatest gift that you can do. Is the greatest work that you can bring here on earth, because it puts you in a position of humbleness and realization that without the other you cannot feel whole, you cannot exist. Actually, it's so divinely orchestrated that everything is put in a certain position so that we can all sustain each other. We're all part of the same field. So if you serve this field, you're also serving yourself. If you only focus on yourself, you're neglecting the rest of the fields. Therefore, you're neglecting also part of yourself, because it all has indirect results. And yeah, there is so much more to do research on that field if you are not convinced of it. But I can say with guarantee, whatever you do right now has an impact in the quantum fields. So if you do something for yourself, it has an impact for yourself, but also on the rest of humanity. If you do something for the rest of humanity, it also has an impact on yourself. So choose wisely. Okay. It's really recommended to also spend time with loved ones and people that inspire you, that make you grow. Yeah, sometimes we're just stuck in some places with people that only talk about negative things, and even though we love them, they're not sustaining our growth. They're rather carrying us down into the density of the attachments to matter. And it's your choice if you want to take it in the slow road with more to carry, or you can just let it go and realize that we all take our own responsibility over our lives, and you have to take yours. And you can decide for you what you want to live. You don't owe anything to anyone. And yeah, it's only your own mind that makes up these ideas, that makes up these convictions. I mean, so see in your environments who is bringing you a sensation of heaviness, and notice those who are actually helping you to feel light. This is a very strong indication to know what you should focus on. And then, of course, number 10 is to have a sacred space. Have a sacred space where you can connect with your dreams, where you can connect with whatever reminds you of your true self, of your abundant nature, of joy, of happiness, of love. And it's like I have many altars in my house, and these altars just remind me that, yeah, we are divine creatures, and you can choose whatever you like to place on this altar, but these altars really carry this vibration of pure intention and purity of your soul. So if you place this several parts of the house, it carries and sustains the foundation to stay more easily in this high vibration. So it's like, yeah, in some places you'll notice that there are a lot of altars, there are a lot of ornaments to honor the beings that were able to hold this high vibration and to liberate themselves and others. So when you tune into their energy, you'll also tune into that sensation of liberty. And that's very nice. So sacred spaces. And yeah, if you want to hear more about it, or just get more information, you can get this sheet where I point these 10 practices to become high vibrational on my website. And yeah, then you can have it with you, and it will be a reminder for you on a daily to start doing this. And I guarantee you, your life will transform. You will attract much easier the blessings of life when you become lighter, when you integrate more light. Also, I just want to note that if you are setting an intention to manifest something, call upon light to help you with this, because light creates matter. So if you first call upon light, this light will help you to create the matter. So yeah, you can always call upon this help. It's a very useful practice. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please share this, comment, and subscribe to this channel. You'll receive much more about all these beautiful practices and tools and ideas and insights that you can work with to becoming your true self and to really follow the guidance of your higher self with more ease and grace, so that you can eventually live your life in mastery and in peace. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day.